there was a women-only app that talked very bad about men, and this is what happened to it. This is a crazy story. This is an insane story. This is a 2025 story. This is a story of karma for the year 2025. This is not just a story, it's a message from the universe. This story happened in India, but the app was available worldwide. This app was available in all the countries, but the story started in India. The name of the app was Bolo. It was launched in August 2020, so this app was available for 2 years, and then suddenly in June 2022, it blew up. Before June 2022, only 30,000 women were using this app, but after June 2022, it crossed 1 million users. It went viral. It went bonkers. It became popular all of a sudden, and the reason for its popularity was simple. This was a women-only app where women could come, and they could talk shit about their boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, male bosses, male colleagues, male relatives, male friends, basically any man that a woman had in her life. Now I can already see a lot of people commenting, why do these apps even exist? Why do they even need such apps? But you know what? They do. They do need such apps. Because there are so many shitty men in the world that women have no option but to talk amongst themselves about the shitty men that they have to deal with in their lives. You know, like the Harvey Weinstein type of situation. Like a lot of women go through harassment in their workplaces, and when they go on and talk about it to their male colleagues or their male boss or their male friends, they talk about it to their female friends. And for female friends, these apps become the best way to vent out their frustration, anger, and sadness. I remember a time when I used to work with an MNC, and my female colleagues used to tell me some of the creepy things that they had to face at the hands of their male colleagues. They would literally make fun of them. They would literally harass them. And believe me, they were really, really bad cases. Some of the things that my female colleagues used to tell me. And guess what? There was nothing that they could do about it because they were outnumbered. The company did nothing about it. HR did nothing about it. The male colleagues kept doing it. And believe me, I am telling you, some of the things that they said were extremely, extremely bad. Really, really bad. And I felt so bad for my female colleagues who could not do anything about it. So I completely understand why these apps exist. These apps are needed in our society. But now let's come back to the story. What was the name of the app again? Bolo. And on Bolo, there was a special feature called Public Bolo. Now, Public Bolo was a section where women could post stories anonymously. They could post their stories about their badass experiences with men, as they say, and they could call out men on these platforms. Now, this Public Bolo section was hidden behind another name called Real Stories. So basically, this app had a section called Real Stories, where women could post their stories and experiences of dealing with shitty men. Now, this is the catch. You could only read these stories if you were a woman. If you were a man, you could not read these stories. But once again, if you were a woman, you could log onto this app and you could read how other women were getting harassed by men, how other women were being treated badly by men, how other women were being taken advantage of by men. It was a nice platform, right? It was a great platform for women to share their experiences. Until one day the tables turned and the same women who were posting these stories and experiences started getting harassed on the same platform. How did it happen? How did the tables turn? Well, here's how. One day a user posted this story on Public Bolo about how she had an argument with her boyfriend because her boyfriend was constantly playing PUBG Mobile. And in her story, she took a dig at PUBG Mobile. And guess what happened next? She got trolled badly. Every PUBG Mobile player, obviously a man, came onto this app and they started trolling her. They started making fun of her and her story. And eventually this public bullying got so bad that the girl deleted her account. And that's when this app lost its mind. That's when this app lost its balance. Because it had been surviving on the pain of men for the last 2 years. It had built its user base by pitting women against men. But now, the tables had turned. Men had entered the chat and they were trolling the shit out of this app. The app developers thought, this is it, we're gonna lose it. We need to control the damage. So, they did something incredible. They locked the Public Bolo section. They removed the Real Stories section from this app. And since then, you cannot find these stories anywhere. It is nowhere to be found. And I feel so good about it because the same women who had been using this app to troll men were themselves getting trolled on this app. They were facing the same bullying on this app that they had created. And let me tell you something. The trolling that they faced was extremely funny. A lot of men made memes on these stories and they posted them on Reddit. Believe me, it was a treat to read these memes. It was a great way to start your day. Whenever you logged on to Reddit, there was always a new meme waiting for you. And trust me, these memes were gold. Some of the comments on these memes were extremely funny too. Let me show you some of them. A user said, "These kinds of apps need to be banned. Women should not be allowed to use these apps." Another user said, "What a stupid app. Women should be happy if they get a chance to date a guy. Instead, they complain about it." Another user said, "Insecure attention-seeking losers use this app. It's full of attention-seeking losers." I agree with that. Another user said, "It's okay to complain sometimes, but these days women complain about everything. The bar is set too low for women. That is why they complain about everything. Men will never complain about a good back rub from their partner. They'll always complain about something or the other. And you know what? I completely agree with these comments. These comments hit the nail on the head because we live in a world where a lot of women take their relationships for granted. A lot of women don't know how to be grateful for having a man in their lives. And that's exactly what this app did. It taught women to be ungrateful. It taught women to complain about everything. So you know what? This app was not only a failure, it was also a very bad example of feminism. This was not feminism. This was toxic feminism. This was not women empowerment. This was women entitlement. This was not gender equality. This was anti-men propaganda. And you know what? Karma served this app right. It was bound to blow up one day, and when it did, it got the taste of its own medicine. And I want to send a message out to all the women who love to use this app. I want to send a message out to all the women who love to complain about their relationships. I want to send a message out to all the women who think that men are the root of all evil. Listen up carefully. Men are not the root of all evil. You are the root of all evil. Some men might be jerks. Some men might be some women are also jerks. Some women are also You are the problem. Not all men are the problem. And guess what? Men are also human beings. Men also have feelings. Men also get hurt. So next time you think about complaining about your man or your boyfriend or your ex-husband or your male boss or your male colleague or your male relative or your male friend, just think about one thing. Would you want to be on the receiving end of it? Would you want someone talking about you like that? Would you want someone making fun of you like that? If the answer is no, then shut the fuck up. If the answer is no, then stop complaining. Stop being an inconsiderate bitch. Stop being an ungrateful woman. Stop being a C-word. Stop being a toxic feminist. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Sometimes it takes a bad experience to realize the truth, so I hope you had a bad experience. I hope you realized the truth, and I hope you become a better woman tomorrow. Now I want to ask you a question. Do you agree with the sentiments of this video? Do you think that men should not be spoken about like that? Do you think that women should not have the freedom to talk shit about men? Or do you think that women should have the freedom to talk shit about men? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, I want to ask you another question. Have you ever used an app like this? Have you ever seen a woman ranting about her shitty experience with a man? If yes, then definitely let me know in the comments below. Now I want to thank you for watching this video till the end. Now I want to ask you a small favor. Please share this video with your female friends. Share it with them. Send it to them. Make sure they watch this video. Now, I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Please keep supporting and loving. Take care.